Apparently the new biopic's great.
I know. I thought you might have watched it.
Oh, we're recording. Oh my God! Guess who's back? Back again. Fab Life's back.
Is this the musical theatre version of
Tell
Eminem?
your friends.
Friend.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? It's us. It's episode 43 of Fab Life with Lauren and Lee, and we are back. I'm not going to say Happy New Year. We're over that. It's already the second
I've not
week.
really seen anyone, so I feel like I need to say it.
It's expired. We've stopped saying
When
it.
he used to work in an office, it'd be like someone would message me saying that, and I'd be like, I'm judging you because it's now the 10th.
I want to see someone that I haven't seen in May or something and be like, oh, Happy New Year, by the way. There is a cut-off point. Welcome back. Welcome, everyone. Thank you to all your lovely messages saying you've missed us. We've missed you.
It's been a long 2 weeks,
If there's anything that I've missed doing, it's chatting shit.
and having other people listen to it.
And being validated by people listening and seemingly enjoying it.
Exactly.
But Fab Life is back now. It's not a new season, is it, Lauren?
It isn't there, Lee. No, it's just a little Christmas break we've had, isn't it?
But a new season is approaching us.
It is upon us.
Isn't it? Because we started this around Feb, didn't we?
We did, around Valentine's.
Oh, and the love we have for it is just indescribable. So, yes, welcome back. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. If you're on YouTube, hello. Thanks for watching if you're on YouTube, and thanks for listening.
My dad now watches on YouTube. Actually, shout out to my dad.
Shout out.
It was his 80th. Can you believe
yes,
it?
I know. I can't believe he's 80.
People were shook. He's not aged since he was about 65, I don't think. He just grew a beard. He looks the same.
Right.
Madness.
Okay.
I think it's when you're very small. You can't get smaller. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
A lot of older people get small.
Well, yeah, because their bones shrivel up.
Oh, gosh. Hi, Dad. Happy 80th. They shrivel right up and die.
It's a grim day in London, isn't it? It's a grim day.
Quick bit of British chat corner. It is just disgusting. And I walked. I was determined to get my steps in. And I was like, why have I done this? Why?
I left my umbrella on the train, on the tube.
Was it fun?
And someone ran up to me and was like, oh, umbrella. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And then this woman passed me and went, oh, see, London can be nice sometimes. I thought, what
was it Mary Poppins?
Fucking Dalai Lama. But I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh, can't it just? But she'd already walked away. So
Did you skip off?
It took me a while because I had headphones. I had my Bose headphones.
Well, I've seen you back to the Bose.
I've had a nightmare with my AirPods. They're not charging. I think the case is broken.
Fuming for you, babes. Absolutely fuming. But we move.
we do. Life must continue.
It must. Someone tell BBC News.
So, did you have a nice break?
It was lovely. It was very family orientated. Is that the right word? Orientated? That's far too long, isn't it?
No,
very long.
Family orientated.
Oriented.
Ariana Grande.
She wasn't there. She couldn't make it. But it was really nice. It was a packed house, loads of booze, and then it's my niece's birthday the day after,
of course,
Boxing Day. So we have a third day of Christmas now when we go to my mum and dad's, and then came back to London town. Saw you actually, and friend, guest host of the pod, Amy Walsh.
Went to her house.
Yeah,
her and Toby's.
Oh, it was ever so nice.
Ever so nice.
Very drunk.
Yeah, well,
I've actually forgotten.
We screwed ourselves over a bit because we made batch of cocktails, which meant we weren't making cocktails all night. However, it also meant we had kind of cocktails on tap.
Started strong, and they were just ready there, weren't they? Margaritas.
They were. I was slaving away, darling.
Slaving away, babe.
Me and Toby, we did a batch.
Yeah, they were delicious.
They were lovely.
They were very strong. I also, shout out to Tash, who was one of the guests at her house, and she brought Tattinger. And I was like, oh, yeah, we'll just have a glass of that fizz, won't we? Because normally it's just Prosecco that people bring, right? And then I went in the fridge to get the margs. She really brought Tattinger, hadn't she? Yeah. And I was like, no wonder everyone was a bit like, is this okay that we're all sharing this out?
Oh, right.
I only had the one glass. When I saw that, I was like, you keep that, babes.
Yeah.
I'll stick to the margs.
Absolutely.
I wonder if it tastes so good.
Well, I'm glad you have.
How was yours?
Mine was good. It felt very quick, didn't it? Felt very quick. The 23rd fell on a Friday, which meant I was working up until the 23rd.
Yeah, right up to the end.
Christmas Eve comes along, you know. I have a party on the 23rd. My neighbours had a party.
What did you get? You know, for people who've listened to the last few episodes, what did you get as Tracy's party? I need to know. I've been thinking about it.
What do you mean?
In the
the present game.
Yeah, the present game.
Well,
Evil
I did
Santa.
end up with the present. I got a fantastic game, like a card game that you can play, where it's sing the intro. No, say the intro, and you have to guess the song.
Oh, I like that.
So, for example, I see trees of green.
Red roses.
Well, that's quite easy actually. So some of the lyrics are like in the middle of the song. So it'd be like I'm trying to think of another one, like all around the cathedral, the saints and apostles.
No idea. Somewhat religious.
Let's feed the birds.
Oh.
By Mary Poppins.
By Murray herself.
Yeah, by
that woman you saw on the tube earlier. Oh, lovely. That's good. Well, I don't expect anything less from Tracy. I'm glad you got a present. I'm glad.
And then we did what did you do for New Year?
I went to my friends Lorna and MJ's. They've moved to Richmond and they have a very nice flat.
Richmond?
Richmond, I know. Right on the high street, darling. Right on the high street.
My God, someone's studying at the University of Fancy, aren't they, in Richmond?
I know. And we all live east, so it's a bit far for us. So we all went, you know, when you live in one bit of London, heaven forbid. You live west, I mean. I might never see your flat.
I know. I know you need to come over.
I know,
it's actually not that far.
It isn't.
It's Notting Hill Gate, darling. Zone 1.
Zone 1.
I'm in Zone 1. I'm a Zone 1 wanker.
We need to go to the new Hoxton. Because you know.
Oh, at Shepherd's Bush.
It's a new one.
Oh, so you should go all the way to fucking Shepherd's Bush, but you won't stop
we'll
off
go
at.
there for a pre-drink.
You're vacuous. You just want the Hoxton.
I do. I'm only in it for the Hawks.
She loves the Hawks.
I do. Brussels.
She's a Hawk sucker.
Yes, that's what I should put on my Insta bio. Love it. They've opened a new one in Brussels, doing an intro offer if anyone likes Hoxton hotels. It's not far away.
Some sort of paid partnership.
No, but I love it when they do an offer.
Was.
I know, me too. I love it when they do an offer because it's.
Well, you know, I've got a discount code.
What, for the Hawks?
Yeah.
Well, they're always doing them. Oh, yeah. And when you book there and you go back, they give you on slots. So it's not as dear as it should be.
Well, yeah. So for New Year, what I did is we went round to my friend Kate, friend of the pod, and
in Finsbury Park.
In Finsbury Park, she was very upset. Was Kate that we didn't do the Queen's speech, the end of the year speech?
I know.
Although King's speech, I know we were very,
Christmas.
Very disorganised.
We were very busy as well.
So
it was
busy.
such a busy period of time for us both.
Anyway,
and
we'll sort something out. But we did a cocktail competition. We've done it before on New Year's. Everyone has to make a cocktail. And it was just great. I loved it.
Who's the judge? Oh, you all judge each other's?
Yes, so we mark it on presentation, concept, taste, and what else? There's another thing. The presentation, concept, taste, and...
Like your presentation of it? Like your speech?
Oh, a name.
Oh, name, sure.
So mine
tell us about yours.
Called the Ruby Slipper. Ask me how I'm spelling Ruby.
How are you spelling Ruby?
I'm glad you asked. RHUBY, because it had rhubarb in it. Ruby.
Oh, do you know what I was going to guess? That you'd spelt it ROOBI and you'd put Rubios in.
Oh.
Next time.
Next year. Yeah, I could have the Ruby Slipper 2.0.
Oh my God, I was so excited. Sorry about that.
Came for a laugh,
Happy
not
New
a bath.
Year. That's the news and not the weather.
Yeah, it's the Live a Doolittle.
Any other spit jokes, Tasha? You got one.
Oh, we haven't welcomed Tasha.
Tashi. With an I.
Sorry.
Or is it with a Y?
With an I.
Yes, I knew
Hello.
it. Hey, Tashi's back producing for us. How was your New Year and Christmas, Tasha?
Fabulous. I was in Scotland.
Oh, lovely.
Kaylee went, yeah.
Whole hog. Oh my God. So you just.
Whole hog Monet.
Oh, very good.
Oh, that's
Chicken
good.
steer.
She knows what she's doing,
so
doesn't
good.
she?
You burn all the cows of your Christmas at a Kaylee because you don't sit down, do you?
Yeah, I love a Kaylee.
So good. So good.
Yeah, no, I've been to a Kaylee. Have you been to a Kaylee before?
I have, yeah. Very long time ago. When's Burns Night? Have we missed it? Or is it Feb?
I think, yeah, Burns Night's like in the middle of the year, isn't it?
Oh, I thought it was like Feb. I thought it was like the 6th of Feb or something because when it gets to like the end of Jan, you can get drunk and dance around again.
Oh, right.
I know, fun, right?
Would you like the answer?
Yeah, go on.
25th of Jan.
Oh.
I wasn't far off.
No, you were right. I thought it was
Everyone's
like in
skint,
June
though,
or something.
So how are you going to do it,
Well, I don't think I've ever done anything for Burns Night because we're not Scottish.
It just always gets advertised
Does
around
it?
East London at like people putting on Kayleys or like pubs doing Scottish food. And
Yeah,
stuff.
just anything they can just
get the
people
punts in. Yeah, live music, stuff like that.
And then, of course, we've got V-Day coming up, Valentine's Day.
V-Day. I always forget about it, to be honest.
Oh, well, you married women will, won't you? But what about me?
You can have a date. It's on a Tuesday, though, or something random.
I'm actually working.
Oh, yeah, what
I'm
you doing?
if anyone from Brighton would like to come and see me, I'm doing the Valentine's Day Special at Brighton Comedia.
Oh, yay! Who else is on the bill?
Oh, excellent, Bill. Check the website. No,
Can't remember them.
no, it's Jeff Innocent, who's a fantastic
Is
comic.
that his real name?
Yes.
Oh, my God, that's so good.
And I don't know if it's a real name, but
right.
it might be a stage name, but I'm pretty sure. Yuriko Katani, who's a fabulous comedian, she's great. Rich Wilson, and there's someone else as well. There's me and someone else, can't remember. But anyway, so I'm, and I always remember Adam, friend of the pod, once said something like, because he was like, "Are you doing anything? What are you doing on Valentine's Day?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm working." And he just goes, "Oh, probably best to keep busy."
He's a sassy little bitch,
I
though,
was
Adam,
like,
isn't he?
you cow, you hateful little cow.
But you might meet, someone to have a little snog with on Val Day.
I
down
might
in Brighton
actually.
town.
I might.
There are worse places you could be on Valentine's Day.
Well, I'm in Brighton of all
I
places.
know.
Let's face it. I call it Grind Alive. It's just full of the gays.
It's the gay capital of the UK.
Absolutely swarming. If anything, too many.
Yeah. If anything as well, if you don't come away with at least a snog under your belt.
I thought you were going to say something else. I thought you were going to say, if you don't leave Brighton with an STI, you've not done it right.
You've failed. You failed. You failed at Valentine's Day in Brighton. Oh, well, that'll be lovely. I'm really excited for you. We'll check in close to the time to see how that's, going for you. You've also been in loads of exciting stuff.
Have I?
I feel like on your gram, you're like, well, let's discuss dry Jan. Because I am drinking a coffee, but I don't do dry Jan. I'm just abstaining for at least 2 weeks because I feel like after December.
You're doing a slightly moist Jan.
Just moist. It's just a bit moist.
Jan is moist.
It is. So
Shout out to any Jans out there who are moist.
I think we've probably got a few Fab Lifers called Jan, actually.
Really?
It's our demographic, that.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
I wonder if anyone's called Jan currently being born. I wonder if...
No.
Well, I've told you about the time I met baby Ian.
Oh, yeah. Well, my
I
brother's...
still think of him now. And that was 2010. He'll be 10 now. There'll be a 10-year-old
no.
boy in a class named Ian, sat next to Rupert and Tiger Lily and Bartholomew
and Oceana.
And then they go, "Where's Ian?"
Yeah,
And they'll
God,
say
Ian's
he's
skiving.
fixing the pipes of the toilet. He's become an apprentice.
just outside smoking his pipe. My brother's got a friend whose baby's called Eric.
No, well, that's
not as bad, but it's
kind of
they're calling him Baby Eric all the time. So he'll
Right.
be like 7, because I think they're trying to get past the fact that it's a grown man's name. So everyone calls him Baby Eric, and it's like you've got to just call him Eric at some point. He's gonna get teased for that. Be 15 and be like, Baby Eric.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, because baby, yeah. How old is he now?
Like 7 months. He's like,
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But everyone does, in a text, Baby Eric came round. All the other kids, it's
right.
like Cooper came round, or
Yeah, I love Cooper for a name.
yeah. Well, your sister's kid's called Parker.
Yeah, I
It's
like
in the
Parker.
same vein, isn't it?
Quite like Jasper.
Jasper.
Jasper!
Very
Well, that's a bit of a
West London.
dog's name, isn't it?
Yeah, you go to the park and shout Jasper.
Jasper! Yeah,
All
he
these
runs
dogs
off and all the
come
dogs come No, the child.
Everyone's called Freddie though now.
Freddie's good. I like Rupert as well. Rupert!
Oh, I've got my Rupert Burr scarf. Is it Rupert Burr that wears this scarf?
What the fuck do I know? He's not
He
born.
wears a yellow scarf, doesn't he?
Yeah.
A jumper. There
Oh.
you go. It's one of my granddad's that. I can't remember which one.
Oh, that's lovely.
Just say,
Oh, I've got my Rupert scarf.
you've forgotten your scarf, darling.
Rupert, wrap up warm. It's absolutely bloody Baltic
Quick. Just
in Reykjavik, where we're going for a day trip. It's Baltic, Rupert. Rupert, will you please take that olive out of your mouth? I've told you, you've had far too many today.
and we're going for sushi for lunch. They don't go together.
No, Rupert, we don't have any sashimi. You ate it all last night when you needed a midnight snack.
Wasabi first and then soy, I've told you.
Oh, God. wasabi. I ordered a salad the other day because you know when you've
wasabi salad.
No, I didn't order a wasabi salad.
What's happened to you?
I was feeling exceptionally unhealthy, and I just had put all this shit into my body, and I thought I need a salad. I need some goodness.
Yeah,
so
I love
ordered
a leaf on a hangover.
I ordered this thing, and they must have done some sort of wasabi mayo in it. And it was lathered on. It was awful. You know when you're like, this food is ruined.
Did you take it back?
No, I didn't have the strength.
Were you?
I Deliverooed it.
Were you like
I Deliverooed it. Yeah.
Like...
I've already told you about the time when I was so hungover, I cried because I couldn't pull the plug out the bath.
I'll cry at anything.
Honestly, like I was like, oh, and then I put my hand in the bath, and the plug was like the pressure of all the water and stuff. Like I couldn't pull it out, and I was like. And then what I did is I like leant into the bath. I had my dressing gown on. My dressing gown sleeve got so wet, and I was just like, couldn't pull the plug out.
I hate a wet sleeve.
Well, me too.
What else is news? Yeah, you went to watch Six. You've been, you've been at work, so it looks like you've been. Living
I'm going tomorrow, i.e. today, because the podcast comes out on a Thursday, to see the 1975 with
oh my god, with Denise.
Yeah, so Denise
I've watched them.
Have you? I've never seen them.
£15 I got the tickets for.
Well, they're huge. This is at the O2, and she's put me on her guest list.
Ask Denise if I can go.
You can. Well, I mean, I've never seen them, and I don't really know any of their songs.
And I don't know the new album, actually. I only knew the first album, and then, even then, I was like the oldest person in the audience, and I was 25.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's full of 18-year-olds.
I'm doing warm-up for Love Island.
Oh, my God.
I've been booked to do warm-up for
Maya
Love Island
Jama.
After Sun. Yeah, Maya Jama. I've got
Is that abroad?
Britain's Got Talent coming up. I'm going to be performing on the London Palladium. It's an exciting January, I have to say.
I mean, you've excelled at Jan.
And I've had a few bad Jans
I was
through to Decembers over the last few years, so I'm allowed to show off about it.
Well, I think it's like the good karma coming back, and they're just cramming it all into the start of the year from Kosovoza.
Yes, exactly. Well, what we should do is what I wanted to talk about is not necessarily New Year's resolutions, but I heard a little quote from a certain Meghan Markle.
Oh, yeah.
Now, whatever you think of Meghan, do you like Meghan?
I like Meghan.
I like Meghan.
I don't have any feelings. Just a quick chat about Spur, the book. I mean, hilarious memes.
No, Spur. It's not Tottenham Hotspurs. It's
or the Spurs on your cowboy boots or whatever.
Spur him on. Excuse me, do you sell Spur?
Sorry?
I don't have that book. All copies of Spur right there.
I love the memes, though. You're enjoying the memes about it. It is
Which
really
ones?
funny. There's just loads of funny memes about an independent bookshop put Spur next to How to Kill Your Family, which is a...
Oh, right, okay, yeah,
it's so
great.
shit like that. And
yeah.
One's like I don't know, they had a fight and he fell in a dog bowl, didn't he, or something?
Oh my God, that's so... What, the detail of that.
I know.
I fell down and broke the dog bowl.
And it cut into his backside.
And it was a China dog bowl.
I know.
I tell you what dog would have that. Jasper.
Jasper.
Jasper would have.
And Rupert's like, Rupert, I've told you to take Jasper out.
Rupert, stop eating out of Jasper's dog bowl.
It's China. What's the other one? Oh, he lost his virginity to an old woman in a field.
Yeah. And who mounted him like a stallion.
Something about spanking.
Because she attended to horses or something. I don't know if we needed that detail.
No, bit much. But I mean, you do you, boo. You know, I really don't have any feeling about it. I don't want it to be on the front of the paper. I don't think it's...
Well, tell us if you would have liked to have known. If you would have liked to have known whether Prince Harry should have told us that she mounted him like a stallion. Do you agree? Yay or nay? Get it? No.
Yeah, I do.
Took me a while to actually come to that.
It took me a
Wasn't
few
worth
seconds.
it. Wasn't worth it.
No. Maybe Tashi would just cut that bit, yeah?
Yeah. Tashi looked and went, oh. Almost like...
Good one, guys.
Didn't execute the way you thought it was gonna.
Busy Jan.
Literally only just realising. I was like, oh, that's clever. I was just being slow.
Oh, right. I thought you were like, could have missed that out.
Okay, then.
Anyway, back on the saddle of the conversation. Oh, thank you.
What a
Thank
bump.
you. I feel like an ass. I'll stop. I'm addicted. I can't.
I hope she wasn't an ass. I hope it was more of a stallion than an ass situation.
Anyway, so yeah, what was I going to... Oh, so Meghan Markle said in this interview, I think it was in the documentary, the Netflix documentary.
I've still not watched any.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
I think she said something like she didn't do like New Year's resolutions, but she did words for the year. So she gave the year a word. Okay, and I think we should discuss what our word is. So I've got mine.
Please, all right, you go then, and I'll get the vibe of how it goes.
So my word for this year is pussy. No, it's not.
I was really like, you knew you had me then. I was like, I'm really excited about this. You were so serious. Pussy. Okay, sure.
Yeah, no, my word for this year is sailing. And let me tell you for why. We are sailing. So I was listening to this podcast, or this
You listen to the podcast?
This podcast I was listening to in the future, where I talk about sailing. No, I was listening to something on YouTube where it was like this kind of, you know, when you get like the algorithm suggests something, and sometimes that algorithm gets it completely right. It's an algorithm for a reason.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like if the algorithm was a person, it's like, let's just throw that out there and see what happens. Like, it sometimes wants to shock itself.
Yeah.
So you sometimes like, oh. So I got something like, I don't know what it was, like Hindu thoughts on life, like stoicism and all that stuff. So it's this lovely man speaking and saying about the act of not forcing things. So not forcing being yourself, not forcing being someone else, but just letting it happen. And he said it's the difference between rowing and just sailing. And he said, and you still get into the same place when you're sailing, but you're not exerting all this energy of forcing it to get there. And I want to do that. I want to sail on into 2023, not force things, move the sails into the right direction if I need to, and spur it into the right direction, but not have to get out my oars.
Yeah.
I don't want to get my oars out.
No.
No one
I don't
wants
think
to...
anyone does.
I don't want to get my oar out. Okay.
Not in public.
Okay. So
That's
mine
a good
is
one.
sailing.
That's almost like resolutions in themselves, because I don't believe in resolutions really, like kind of like Meghan. It's too much pressure. You're forcing it.
Okay.
So if you make like a...
Yeah, you just want to give a theme.
So a word is good.
For
A
the year.
theme.
So what's yours? And Tashi, I might come to you in a minute and ask
So-
yours. So. Oh God, she's got a head in her hands.
Just say pass. Mine, well, this is going to sound cheesy, but mine's family, I think.
Oh.
That's nice, isn't it? Because I feel like London life is so fast. And we're so busy all the time, me and thee. You know, we're always chasing the next thing, aren't
Not
we?
fast for me. I'm sailing along nicely.
he's sailing now. But I always love, like, when I go home and, like, see my family, it is, like, it is
Wholesome.
home. It's wholesome when they come and visit me. So that's
Family.
the focus. Yeah, last few times I've seen them, it's been really, like,
Oh.
well, all the time I see them, it's just really nice. I just really enjoy it, and it's just like a real reset. I don't think about anything else.
Mm.
So maybe that's, you know, and I've got a little niece now.
Yeah. So
Important to make
family.
time. Yeah.
So let's, at the end of the
and that
year...
can extend to friends, like your family, you know, like the family you create.
Yeah, the friends of the family you choose for yourself.
Oh.
Now, that's a great quote.
It is. Sew that on a pillow.
Mm.
You didn't make it up. You were like me. I made that up.
Leap here.
I should be it.
Tashi, do you have one?
I'm going to date more.
Date
Yes.
more. So love,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Amazing. That's so good. Are you going to get on the apps? Are you on the apps?
I've just gone on one of the apps.
Which app? Would you mind us asking?
Hinge.
Hinge, yeah. That's the one now, right? What's the other one that's come up?
Oh
Field.
my God, hark at her. Like, oh, what are these apps you talk of? These new apps?
I met
What's the
Freddie.
other-
I met my husband on an
Yeah,
app.
true.
On Bumble.
Field. Oh, yeah, you're talking about, Field.
Field is more like playing the field. But
I'm
it's
on
becoming
Field.
a dating app, though.
And there's a lot of couples on there. I had a couple on Field say to me, listen, mate, hey, mate. I thought, it's not my brand.
Not my brand, mate.
Don't call me mate.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind threesome with my girl. Want to join? I mean, imagine me with a
You were the
fucking
girl. They'd be like, I'm just going to freshen up in the bathroom, and you'd come out and you'd both be like, yeah, so what do you think about him?
yeah.
No, were your hair more to the side, babe? Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So,
No.
but there are some people on field, who are like straight, but they want to experiment.
I think it is
Apparently.
for that. Yeah, maybe don't go on field then.
Yeah. That's a bit intense for you at the minute, Tashi. But Hinge, good luck with it. Good luck. Well,
Maybe
I think,
update us next time.
well, I just think because I want to probably date more as well.
Yeah.
But it's administrative.
It is.
It really is. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I'll, and sometimes you can't cultivate these conversations because you're like, hey, how are you? And then 2 days later, hey, sorry for late reply. Yeah, I'm good. How's your weekend going? Then a day later, oh yeah, not too bad.
It's only happening if they reply
you
quick
need it,
and you organise to meet up.
So always do that. Yeah. Well, I'd like everyone listening as well to send us their word.
Oh my God, send us a word.
So if you're watching on YouTube, comment on the video and say what your word is.
Yeah, really good.
And if you're watching, if you're listening, then send us your word on Instagram at FabLifePod.
I'm always
and do that. How long have we done? I wanted to also talk about an article.
I think we've got a bit of time.
You've done 26 minutes.
Oh, we've got loads of time, sailing along nicely.
There we go.
In the family of pod life.
How long do you think you'll remember your word? Because that's the thing with resis, isn't it? You know, people make an ears res and then they're like, Feb.
I'm just looking directly into the lens because she's come out with another abbreviate. Okay. I'm like this. When you said resis, I went...
Bing.
I'm like... Well, this article I'm about to send you or read out, I'm gonna explain this article for you.
Please.
Because it is an article that I found entitled. Basically, I saw the title and then I was reading it on the way here, and I tagged you in it on Twitter, but you might not have seen. But basically, it's like, why are the British so obsessed with abbreviating words?
Oh my God, I love it. Is this off the back of The Cosy Lives?
Well, yes. So the Cosy Lives is
the best.
Indeed mentioned in there. Annoyingly, though, I can't get my bloody Wi-Fi to work or my internet. So I'm trying to just find it now, and I'm trying to just talk long enough to make that long and happen. However, okay.
Have you got it?
Why do British people love to abbreviate things? An investi-G. so
Yes.
This is an investi-G into it.
Oh my God.
So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's by someone called Serena Smith. And basically, there's a load of like wordplay things in here. And essentially, the article is that she's been investigating into it, and really, it's only really a British thing.
Yeah,
an English language thing, because
I think Australians do it as well, but Americans
that's
don't
like
really
English.
get it.
Actually, it's an English language type thing.
Sure.
And so obviously, like, the term panny D apparently is used in the GQ article in 2020, less than a month after the UK entered its first lockdown. Sorry, I mean Locky D.
Locky D, yeah.
There's Statey Funes.
Platyjubes.
Cosy Lives, Platyjubes, Menti B.
Menti B. When I saw a Menti B, I was like, well, I'm on my fifth Menti B of the day.
Yeah. San Miggy for San Miguel.
Yeah, San Migs, yeah.
San Migs. Latty Flo.
Latty Flo, that was so good.
Jenny Lex for a general election. The list goes on.
God.
They don't, and everyone's like, what's the coronation going to be? Coronation? The coronation.
That's like a festival for Coronation Street, though, isn't it? You're going to Coronation this year.
Yeah. Coronation. Fucking Sue Cleaver and Gail Platt.
It's 995, Gail.
Anyway, so a lexicographer, she says in this article, Tony Thorne. I was going to try it.
Was it not Susie Dent?
T-Thor? No, it wasn't Susie Dent. There are others.
I don't think there are.
The language reflects a general memification of language and destabilization of meaning that is popular with the young. But apparently, they said that this has typically been going on for quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
But we just see it more now because you would only ever say it like word of mouth. You wouldn't ever really put it in like a letter or like, write it.
You wouldn't have written it down, in an essay.
in pubs, school playgrounds, across neighbours' fence. It was too informal to use in most forms of writing. But then it says, the internet has changed the way slang catches on and spreads, but this has been going on a while. Mackie D's.
Mackie
D's is like one. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, of course. And then apparently one contact tells me, he says, they've heard of, this was way back when in the 1930s, Holy Communion being referred to as Haggis Camagas.
Haggis Camagas.
I don't know what that really means. But yeah, apparently British people... English language is the only real one that would do that.
Oh my God. Well, do you know the first ever written down OMG was by like the commander of the army in World War II, and he's writing a letter to Churchill and he puts OMG in his letter.
Really?
And it does mean like what we use it for now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It also says, which makes sense, that we apparently do it to add a touch of humour and to soften, like, so... Cosy lives. Panny D.
We love to make a joke about the hard
softens
times,
the actual, badness of it.
Oh, so good. Yeah, my mum's always abbreviated, like, forever.
Is that where you get it from?
I think I do, yeah. And then I remember my first office job, and a lot of the staff were like howling because they were like, what? And it would take them a minute to realise what I'd said because I was always like abbreviating stuff. And I was like, what? Do you not abbreviate? And they were like, oh my God, you've just abbreviated. Like, I was like, what? You've got to get with it. Yeah, Sandra's a big abbreviator.
Really?
Yeah. That would be a Superman name.
We need to think of some more.
Cosy lives. Menti B.
Menti B. I've never heard of Menti B. But I suppose that would soften it more if you were like, oh my God, I'm having an absolute Menti B.
Menti B, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like, Amy Walsh, we're going to bring her back. We're always saying cocks because we mean cocktails, but it brings a laugh to the sentence, doesn't it?
Because of the word cocks.
Yeah. Great.
I know. I mean, if you
Cocky
stopped
tick.
laughing at the tube station cockfosters,
Leave
you're dead
London.
inside.
Leave London. It's about time.
This
Not
is
for you.
Piccadilly line service to cockfosters. It's like...
It's when it's on
Cocky
the screen before
Cocky foo.
It's when it's on the screen just before Foster's arrives. So it does just say cock for a split second. It's great.
Well, there's lots to live for,
There
isn't there?
is.
There
Yeah,
really
there
is.
are.
We want to give a few shout-outs since we're back, bitches. Adrian, lovely Adrian. We always get some
we
very
love
witty
Adrian.
messages from Adrian, don't we? Really
Hope
witty.
that puppy's okay, Adrian. You got a puppy?
Yeah.
I've been
has he?
contemplating getting a puppy.
Really?
Yeah, just something to do, innit?
Jasper.
Jasper.
Stacey, lovely Stacey Randall,
hey
one of our lovely loyal fab lifers.
Yeah.
Alex McDonough, I hope I said that okay. I've missed you guys.
McDonough, I
Can't wait, he says.
Alex is always sending hilarious memes into the DMs.
Really?
Normally around Scylla.
Oh, we love that. We love Scylla.
Yeah.
Yasmin, who we're going to try and get on as a guest on the pod.
Yeah.
She says, can you give me a shout out? She actually said, can you say shout out to the best member of Daddy's Room? That's our WhatsApp group. We should talk about WhatsApp group names.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any like weird group names for your WhatsApp group?
Yeah, I've got Tit Wash.
Fucking hell. She went right in there. Tit Wash.
Tit Wash, because when we were at a festival, my friend Chantel, you know Chantel, hilarious, and she comes out with some corkers like, you think I make up a briefs. She makes up like just any word and uses it as like a new verb. Do you know what I mean? You're like, what? Yeah, and she was like, guys, I'll be right with you, just gotta wash my tits over everything else on your body.
Yeah.
So that group's called Tit Wash.
Okay.
What else have I got?
Ours is Rant, isn't it? Me
Yeah,
and Amy have
Rant.
got one called Rant,
Yeah.
which we clearly set up when we wanted to rant about someone.
Yeah, and we've
it's
never
just
changed
continued.
it,
Yeah.
which I love. I hate it when people change it. I've also got Chevron fabric buttock piece.
Right, okay.
Because we were buying Chantel actually some lovely underwear for her 30th. And Ben's way of describing it was, you know, the one with the chevron fabric buttock piece. So we kept
Brilliant.
that. Yeah. What else?
My family one's called Hallie and Parker. So it was called Hallie
And
when
now
Hallie was
it's
born,
called-
and then Parker was born, and I changed it.
You've
I
gotta
went on and
change
changed
it.
it to Hallie and
Ours
Parker.
is everything's coming up rosy because my niece is called Rosy.
Oh,
But I had to put
Sounds
everything's coming up
everything's coming up rosy.
because you run out of letters, don't you?
Oh right, yeah. If she's ever like ill, and like she's vomiting.
Yeah.
Everything's coming up rosy. Literally.
Yeah,
you could say
literally.
that. I need to stop trying to make those things happen.
Oh, I've also got a cute one, which you might get is your cue was "Oh, Bert."
Oh yeah, that's Rob Madge.
Yeah, because we went to watch that with my sister-in-law, and that's our group with her.
Oh.
And she's obsessed with watching Rob Madge's videos. So that's a really sweet one. Bit of a niche one, but...
Well, tell us some of your WhatsApp group names as well.
Yeah, I love that.
One of ours is Daddy's Room, because we went to Amsterdam. We went to the Sex Museum, and Yasmin was like, let's go to Daddy's Room. And it was this big, giant cock in the middle of the thing, and she called it Daddy's Room.
Heaven forbid that was in England. People would just like lose their shit, wouldn't they?
I know. Imagine that.
Daddy's Room.
Mm.
Love that. Love that for you guys.
Well, we're back. It's happened. We're going to try and get a guest as well, aren't we?
We want to start with a bang. Well, before the series
Don't
ends.
we all?
Well, you and Tashi especially.
Get on Hinge.
Get on Hinge, guys.
I don't think Tashi and I will be matching on Hinge. Nothing personal.
How rude.
Yeah, we're going to come in with a guest. So, watch this space. A few guests.
Maybe.
Tell us who you'd like to get on and if you know them, because we might not know them.
yeah. Find people for us.
We can pay them in Tanquerays in a tin.
Lovely. But until then, it's been episode 43 of the new year, the first episode of the new year, 2023.
Still in season 2.
We're sailing. We've got family. We've got love. Send us your words for the year.
Yeah.
But until then, this has been episode 43 of Fab Life
With Lauren and Lee.